Good or bad is a man-made thing. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Low Budget Wisdom. I'm Marcus, and today we're going to talk about the terms good and bad. They are literally man-made terms that we slap on ourselves to define who we are as a person. But just give me some time to explain why I don't think good and bad is actually something that is real but is made up in the mind, and we hold on to those labels, and we slap those labels onto things that we have done, or the things that we have said as good or bad, as whether or not I'm gonna get punished by karma if I do something bad, and wondering whether I would be rewarded and going into heaven, be rewarded with wealth, health if I do something good. There's no such thing as a good and bad thing, because what I believe is that we are inherently not born evil, right? Let me repeat that. Nobody on earth, no creature, no animal, no plant, nothing in nature comes out as a baby and thinks to themselves, I'm gonna be doing a lot of bad things in my life when I grow up. The baby is not gonna think, I'm going to ruin people's lives with my decisions when I grow up. The baby is not going to think, I'm going to say mean things to people. The baby is pure awareness. That's why people like them so much. That's why we enjoy hanging out with kids most of the times, because they don't have an ego yet. They don't have that ego to fight what we believe, to fight our opinions. They are pure awareness. That's why when you see babies, they seem so happy. They seem so energetically vibrant. They seem so peaceful, running around. Babies are pure. And so nobody is born evil, and nobody decides one day, I'm going to do evil things. I'm going to make evil decisions. I'm going to make bad decisions for myself and other people. Nobody wants that. But I believe that certain circumstances, certain events, certain upbringings, our past childhood, whatever that is, certain things at certain times sometimes force us to make these bad choices, because out of the many choices that we have, we're only given these few amount of choices. And even though the choice that you made is seen as evil or bad, but at your frame of mind at that time, that is the best you could do. That is the best choice out of the worst that you could choose. So let's not be too hard on yourself for making the wrong decisions, for making the apparently evil decision that caused a lot of harm, a lot of hatred, a lot of hurt towards others and yourself, and move on. Life always improves, even though it might feel like life is staggering, life is on a downhill, but it always improves. You always gain something from whatever happens to you and whatever you make happen. So we should learn to feel the emotions that come along with our bad decisions that we have made in the past, because you are not a bad person for having done those things, for having said those things. You are not an evil person. So do what you can at this very moment, to the best of your ability and the best of your wisdom, best of your intelligence, best of your ability, to start making things a little bit better for yourself and for other people. Starting today. Love yourself a little bit more and forgive yourself. Forgive your past younger self, your younger, dumber, broke, your younger, limited person, yourself, your younger self. Understand that he or she had to make that decision because that is the best ability you have. That is the best version of wisdom. That is the best version of intelligence that you had at that time. And that's why you had to make that choice. And that is why you had to do that thing, even though it is frowned upon, even though you felt uncomfortable because it's out of your comfort zone, even though that hurt people. But in the end, you gain that lesson. And with that lesson learned, I honestly hope that we are able to use those wisdom and intelligence and experience that we have gained from doing that choice, from making that choice in the past, and use that experience and intelligence and wisdom to now do things a little bit better. Everything that happens to you that is happening now for you and that is happening in the future for you is perfectly laid out. The plan is perfectly structured. If you were not born into this world, the world would be a really different place. Without you, if one person, let's say you, were never born, then the experiences and the interactions that you have had in the past would not exist. The people that you have met would not have had the chance to meet you. The people who have changed for the better because they have met you would have never been able to experience that improvement themselves if you are not born, if you were never born. So being brought into this world is huge suffering. Because now you have a responsibility, and that responsibility is to live life to the fullest. To meet the people that you are destined to meet. To do the things, whether it is bad or evil or good or saintly, doesn't matter. You had to make that choice at that very moment, and you are going to keep on making choices over and over and over and over again, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, until your life and your purpose here ends on earth. And then we die, and everything else would be taken care of. So you are a very important piece of a puzzle in this huge canvas we call life. And so stop acting so small. Stop being so afraid of what people might think. Stop feeling guilty for the things that you had done or said in the past because of those limited choices that you have at that time. And stop being so feeling like you are undeserving of love, of care, of wealth, of health, of joy and happiness. Stop neglecting yourself from all these things. All this joy, wealth, health, all these experiences are waiting for you, literally. They are right there waiting for you just to change your mindset and to think to yourself, yeah, I deserve these things. I, as much as anyone else, deserves good health, good wealth, joy and happiness, good relationships, good people, good friends. The universe is patient. It can wait lifetimes. It will wait lifetimes. You get born, you grow up, you get old, you die. Okay, maybe this person is still not ready to receive what I am offering. That abundance, the abundance of happiness, of joy, of all the great things, of wealth, everything. But this person, okay, maybe this person is not ready yet in this lifetime. You die, you get reborn, reincarnated as someone else, and then the universe watches and waits. Okay, is this guy going to have the epiphany, the realization that he or she deserves all these good things in life? His mindset, his or her mindset changed. He or she feels deserving of all these things that I am obliged. The universe is obliged to give you all these things. That is the experience of life. You're not sent here to suffer. That is not the main purpose of life. So once the universe sees that within yourself you are truly ready and you feel deserving of accepting all these good qualities of life that the universe is waiting to pour onto you, then once you're ready, the universe would start orchestrating. The universe would start structuring your life without you having to do anything, without you having to lift a finger. So all you have to do is change your perspective about your own self-worth. How much the universe gives you is not determined by how hard you work, how hard you toil, how hard you punish yourself, how much status you gain. The universe does not give a shit about all those things. What it does give a shit about is your own perspective about yourself and whether or not you truly believe deep down within your soul that you deserve a good life. So feel those emotions of the past. Plan for the future, but don't worry about the future. There's a difference. Plan for your future. Create in your mind. Visualize a bit. Think about it for a while. What you want to become. What your future self looks like to you. What you would want your future self to look like. What kind of environments you want your future self to live in, to work at. What kind of friends your future self would like. What kind of habits you think your future self would have. And that's the end of the process. Having that thought, that slight desire, imagining yourself. And imagination is a powerful thing. Imagination is a powerful thing. Anything that is brought into the physical world started with a thought. Your thought causes emotions, and your emotions causes actions, and your actions brings manifestation. Your actions brings and manifests your thoughts into the physical reality. Roads and buildings, cars, things were never built. Things could never have been built if we never imagined, if we never first created it in our minds, in our imaginations. So your future and your past, feel those emotions, let go what is no longer necessary, let go of what no longer serves your highest purpose. Understand that situation, forgive yourself, feel those emotions, and then it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Your future self is depending on your imagination and your self-beliefs about what you deserve right now. Your future self is loving, is lovingly waiting for you. The universe is also patiently waiting for you to change that mindset and to work on yourself. The things that you have not healed, the things that you don't tell anyone about, the things that you don't share, the things that you keep to yourself. You can lie to anybody else in the world except for yourself. You can never lie to yourself. What is what is what is making your heart so heavy? You can never run away from that. And I truly, honestly hope that you are able to heal from the things that you don't talk about. That you are able to heal and work on successfully the things that you don't share to anybody else. All right, that's it for today's video. Like, subscribe, and comment down if you have any opinions or ideas or thoughts about what this video has brought you. And if you are new to my channel, welcome, and please subscribe. See you in the next one.